Okay, you're joining us back in the workshop as we are starting to have a look at the blue bike. We have two pools of thought.
Yep.
I'm going with pools. Puddles.
Puddles.
Two puddles of
Two
thought.
drips.
Two drips.
Is that us?
That's us. Yeah. There's two of them and they've both had a thought. We think it's either a timing issue or we think it's a...
There you go.
Or we think it's a leak. Now this is Joe thinking he's being funny because I just said we were going to explore the problems with this bike and he had a little meltdown and tantrum because he didn't like the word explore. So I said then I was going to inspect, like inspect a gadget, and that I had a magnifying glass. And
there you go. You've got one now.
I think I must have brought his sense of humour back because we have a magnifying glass. You ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So we need to check whether we've got any air leaks first.
Yep.
So if you come into here,
Coming in.
obviously you've got the intake here where the carb was taken off of.
Yep.
You've had a good look at a two-stroke animation, haven't you?
Yep.
So you know how this works.
I do.
So we've got little reeds in here, which is effectively a valve. Stop the backdraft of the air coming out. But as the piston comes up, it's going to try and draw in air from the carburetor, air and fuel, into the crankcases.
Yeah.
Then push that around the transfer tube.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
we want
or
to
transfer
check.
chamber.
We want to check that it is drawing in from the carb here and not from an external source.
Yep.
Which is the atmosphere, so we haven't got a leak. So I'm going to put my hand over here like
Yep.
this, and Joe's going to kick the bike, and I'm going to see if my hand gets sucked
Into the engine.
into the engine. Okay.
So you got your hand over it.
Yeah.
Good tight seal.
I think so.
You ready?
How are my hands over it? Yeah. Is it going to suck much?
Ready?
Yeah. Oh no, it pushed.
Ready?
Yeah. No, it's like pushing out towards my hand.
Yeah, that's sucking.
Okay.
So
I didn't feel like it was.
okay.
That was blowing to me.
No, that's drawing. We're happy with that.
Oh, that's good. So that means no air leak.
Yep.
Oh, that's
I'm
good.
going to pull this off because I don't want it getting damaged.
Is this us saying that we think the time is wrong?
I think so. That's my only assumption now.
Okay. And now, can I tell people about the timing tool from your dad?
The one that don't fit.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So
It's behind you.
this.
Yep.
Ah. So we nipped to see Malcolm because he had a timing tool, but unfortunately it doesn't fit. So we need to use our initiative, we being Joe.
If you have a look in this manual, here. Where are we? It's very good. It's a genuine Yamaha manual. It's back here somewhere. What are you doing?
Looking through a magnifying glass at your manual. Do you think it also doubles up as like a magic wand? If I wave it, will this bike just be finished and fixed?
Because my other concern, I wonder.
Have you got more than one concern?
Yeah, we haven't checked flashpoint on the fuel. Alex did say he was running a heavy mix. So, that's something we need to go into that we haven't spoken about.
Did the blank look on my face then say a lot?
Yeah,
Subtitles happening.
so you know the four-stroke engine,
Yes.
like the Bonneville that we built, the oil goes in the engine, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You pour oil in direct into the engine.
Yeah.
Gearbox and the engine share the same oil.
Yes. Yeah, that bit that was on the side that was above where
Yeah,
we wrapped the exhaust
and the same with Wren's.
went in the primary bit.
We had some oil goes in the primary, and then the other bit where that dipstick was,
Oh, yeah,
Right,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
like this one.
Yep.
On a two-stroke, you don't have that. You don't put engine oil in.
No engine oil at all?
No, because you mix oil with the fuel.
In the tank?
Yeah, because you remember when it comes
Does
through.
oil and fuel mix? Or is it like oil and water where
No, it
you can
mixes.
see it separate?
It makes this. So, like the animation we saw,
Yeah.
it draws this fuel in, sends it around the crank, doesn't it?
Yep.
So when the oil goes through there with the fuel,
Yeah.
that's what lubricates the engine,
Ah, okay, okay,
right?
okay.
So you do it
Makes
as a
sense.
ratio.
Right.
Now, Alex said, and true, because it's a fresh build, you would normally do a heavy mix, which means more oil to fuel.
Yeah, because it's dry, because it's new.
And you want to lubricate it pretty well, because everything will be tight as well.
Tight.
But if it's been a heavy mix and it has separated, because it can start to separate.
Ah, okay.
Then it might be that what's in there doesn't have enough octane content.
Ah, it doesn't have enough fuel.
Yeah. So that is something to consider.
Do you want me to go and fill a jerry can?
We will do that. But yeah, see here. So it says top dead centre.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop being silly now.
So from where the spark plug is in the top, we want the piston right at this very top.
Right.
Yeah. Good news is you can't get this 180 degrees out because it's not a full stroke engine. We set this to top dead centre. We then rotate it back to 2 mil. So it's not 2 degrees, it's 2 millimetres. I was wrong.
Ah.
So 2 millimetres.
2 millimetres before top dead centre.
Yep.
Okay. And this is not going to have... We had things last time, didn't we? When we did the timing on Freddy's.
Oh, the tools.
We had the things that we twisted.
Yeah.
And we don't need that this time. Okay.
So yeah, do that. Check this time mark. If this lines up, then we need to make sure that the mark on this backing plate. So on here you've got some magnets, and these are like inductance coils in the magneto. You've gone blank, haven't you?
Yeah, you sound really confident, so I'm just going to follow your lead.
Okay, fine. So basically what we're saying is, I can't see any issues in there. We're getting spark. We've confirmed them 2 wires are dead, haven't we?
Yeah.
At the top, they're not connected to anything, so I'm not worried about that. We want this. This is going to be a fight because it's a magnet. But he's back on there like that.
It all look good in there. Is there a set way round that they go? Just
wash it. Spring wash it. Nope.
And you don't need the tool to put it back on that you used to get it off because the magnet pulls it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
When it pulls this up, we need to torque that up.
Yep.
We need to remember to do that, but yeah.
But come on, let's go get some fuel.
That lines up.
No, I'm just going to film the giant mess you've just made. Look at that puddle you've made there, splashing about. So you've put 10 litres in.
For the viewers, Emily is dying.
I am really poorly and Joe is making me graft.
Dragged you out here, yeah. Right, so where we get to. So this is all back together. We're happy that it's timed up.
Yeah.
We've got fuel in the tank now. We've got 10 litres in there with 208 mil.
2 to 1 ratio.
It's not 2 to 1.
I'm sure you said 2 to 1.
It's no, say 2.
20 to 1.
24 to 1.
24 to 1.
Yeah.
There was a 2 in there somewhere. I'm not well.
So we've got a 24 to 1 ratio in the tank now, shook up and mixed. And then we're going to put the carburettor back on.
Yes.
Because the routing of the cable wasn't great, was it? It was all...
Yeah.
And you can see it's...
And we've done
up here.
quite a bit of looking on the internet for ways this bike has the throttle cable routed. And there seems to be no clear
no
answer.
information, nothing. I'm replacing this. This was the tin flimsy Jubilee clip that was on the intake. So replacing that with a nice high grip one. But what we have noticed, if you can get in there, we've got this lovely split
Oh yeah, that's it. People can see that.
there.
Yeah.
So we've got a lovely split there. So Alex is now hunting around to try and find one because they are extremely rare. And I'm going to do something I don't generally like doing, but I think is our only option in this case. So this is Motoseal Permatex, And my good friend, Mr. Weems, uses this on fuel taps and everything he needs to, where he needs a fuel or an oil safe seal. So we're going to go the bare minimum. So what we don't want is this inside the engine. So a very light smear on this outer edge. And I'll get rid of the excess. All that over there, so it is literally just
the right in the middle of the seal. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at first I thought you were going to leave that
big smear.
On the top, but I see how what you've done. You've pushed it in the crack itself.
Yeah. It doesn't take much to cure off this.
I was just going to say, how long have you got to play with it before it sets?
So, you don't want big chunks of Permatex floating around. So let's fight this boy in here. He's snug he is. But there'll be no spicy language. Just minor battle.
Yeah, just take your time. There's no rush.
Here he comes. Small flat blade screwdriver, please. So we've got these little ears on the intake here that were originally for locating the factory carburetor.
And they just sit just on the top.
Yep, he just takes. Oh, there he goes.
There he goes. That's
better, isn't it?
Satisfying.
There we go. I think he's in place. I'll get the airbox started into place. All a bit snug.
Yeah, but it's got to be snug, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We can't afford to have gaps and leaks and stuff, and on a motorbike you don't really have dead space.
Especially not this one. Alright. So he's there. And then
oh, it's made a right smell.
how many times have we tried to record this? Nightmare, innit? So yeah, as I was saying, that black and white wire on the CDI is what stops the pulse going to the coil, and therefore stops the engine running when it's connected to ground. It gets connected to ground via either pressing the engine kill switch or by having the ignition switched off. We've already reconnected all this as it should be, but essentially what we had was the black and white wire, which is effectively the kill wire, was coming from the kill switch, which is normally open, so not connected to ground, and then it was looping back round onto this black wire, which we really need to be permanent ground on the CDI. It was only ever getting a ground when the ignition switch was switched off. So you could never have the ignition switch on, so any lights, and have the engine running in this state. Also, we had some loose connections and an iffy wire down here, haven't we?
So you can't ride at night?
No. So that's now corrected to this wiring diagram. So you can see here, so now the black and white, which is the kill wire, goes to the kill switch, which can connect it to ground. And it also goes to the ignition switch, which when it's switched off, connects it to ground. and then the black wire is now permanently connected. It was just a case of the black wires and the black and white wires being, how did you put it, all jumbled up.
Yeah.
That's now corrected.
But you want to tidy that up, don't you? Because that really stresses you out.
Yeah,
It
look,
looks
it's
like
over.
that.
I had to put a new crimp on this, and I know it doesn't match the rest. We might do that if I can get hold of any. But it's a really good connection. The crimp is really good. I mean, yesterday, pulling that in iron, it just fell out. So
that yellow and that black, they're just surplus, aren't they? They're dead.
Yeah, they are the inputs from what would have been a handlebar brake light switch.
Right,
so you can see we've got black and yellow down here.
Yeah, because you have got a brake light switch for the rear, but it's not connected, have you?
It's not connected to the pedal. Yeah, so the little plunger that would connect down here isn't connected.
Right.
But yeah, so we now need to just make that go away. What else on the list?
I'm going to show you people, because I don't know if they would have spotted it yet, because I did zoom in slightly on it earlier. But Joe has an issue with this.
No.
So that needs fixing.
Yep. So all that will be subject of another video.
But I think it's time to see if it runs. Now you've got that wire in that way around?
Yeah, it's all plugged back in, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we connect the battery up. I'm going to put some better shoes on.
I think that's wise.
After last time I tried, I was limping. Yeah.
Limping. It's because you're not a young whipsnap, and you are a crunch click.
Well, we are nearly 40.
Stop saying we. There is no we in that sentence. Yeah. Ah! Oh, there's smoke though at the front.
Yeah.
Okay. That's I'll ever be. That's a lot of smoke. Come on. Yes! Yes! Not all heroes wear capes.